They are consumed by thoughts of you in ways they never expected, and it's driving them absolutely crazy. Okay, let me explain what I'm seeing here. Hey, beautiful soul, my name is Daisy. Welcome back to Mystical Tarot Talks. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. If you are already subscribed, welcome back. Before we dive deep into this reading, I want you to remember one important thing. Only take what resonates with you. Everyone's journey is different, and this message is meant to guide you, not define you. All right, let's get ahead and start today's reading. So they are thinking about you in a way that's consuming them, and it's not just about the physical aspect, okay? However, it does start in the body, yes, but it doesn't stay there alone. What I mean is that this person thinks about being intimate with you a lot, like making love with you frequently, randomly at inconvenient times when they're trying to focus, when they're trying to sleep, when they're around other people. You just flash into their mind without permission. But here is what you don't see. It's not just about touching you, it's about merging with you completely. There is a huge difference here. The energy around this connection shows that at first they tried to categorize you as something casual, something they could handle, something they could experience without emotional consequences. But that didn't work at all because the moment their desire mixed with emotional awareness, everything changed, okay? And now when they imagine you, it's layered with so much depth. It's your voice, it's your eyes, it's the way you react, it's the way you hold back, and also it's the way you don't give them easy access to you. That restraint drives them absolutely crazy. In your case, the energy says you ignite something primal in them, not aggressive, not reckless, but primal, as in deeply instinctual. Yes, they feel protective, possessive, activated around you. When they imagine kissing you, it's not quick or rushed. It's slow and deliberate, like they're testing the chemistry between you both. They want to feel how you respond to see if you melt into them or if you challenge them back. And you do challenge them, and that's exactly what makes it deeper for them. Their daydreams about you aren't just about physical moments or positions. They imagine private spaces with the door closed, quiet moments where tension is building, heavy eye contact, the pause before something happens. They imagine the anticipation more than the actual act itself because the anticipation is where control slips away. And control slipping is what both scares and excites them at the same time. Yes, they think about you in ways that would make you blush. They have very intimate thoughts about you, but those thoughts are completely intertwined with emotional attachment. They don't want random intimacy with just anyone. They want intimacy with meaning, specifically with you. They imagine you looking at them in a certain way. They imagine you trusting them deeply. They imagine you choosing them over everyone else. And this is where it gets really intense. Okay, this person desires you sexually, but also wants you emotionally, and that says everything. They don't just want your body, they also want your vulnerability. They want to feel like the only one who gets access to the side of you that others don't see. They crave exclusivity with you, that's why jealousy energy shows up so strongly here. If they think about someone else touching you or being close to you, it unsettles them immediately. It irritates them, it makes them territorial. And that's not just physical desire speaking here, there's real attachment forming. They feel like locking you away where only they can see you. Now, listen, this is metaphorical, okay? This is someone fantasizing about having you all to themselves with no competition, no distractions, no outside influence. They want uninterrupted access to your energy that's deeper than just physical intimacy. That's an ownership fantasy, and here's the real truth behind it. They're trying to keep it together on the outside. They may look composed, mature, controlled, maybe even slightly detached sometimes, but inside they are battling intense impulses. The energy here tells me that this person has pride, authority, and ego. They don't like appearing desperate or weak, but your effect on them makes them feel slightly unsteady. And that unsteadiness is actually addictive to them. They don't understand why you hit differently than anyone else. They've been attracted to people before. They've had options before, but you create a fixation in them because your energy doesn't chase. Yes, you don't have begging energy or performance energy. You are not an attention seeker. And that makes them want to earn access from you, okay? But now let's talk about their actual dreams. Okay, I'm talking about literal dreams here. You may be visiting them subconsciously while they sleep. They may wake up feeling like they were actually with you with the sensation still lingering in their body. And sometimes those dreams aren't even explicit or sexual. Sometimes it's just closeness, just skin near skin, just quiet breathing together. And that kind of intimacy feels even heavier than fantasy to them. And sometimes, yes, it is much more explicit, like going all the way with you in their dreams. But here is what makes this reading even more true for you. When somebody's desire is purely physical, it burns fast and fades fast. You know this exactly right, but this hasn't faded at all. Instead, it has intensified over time because every time they try to reduce you to just physical desire, their emotions complicate everything. They think about your body, yes, they do, but they also think about your future together. They think about touching you intimately, but then they also think about protecting you and caring for you. They think about physical intimacy, but then they imagine building something stable and lasting with you. And that's not casual at all, that's progression and growth. They may not have said any of this out loud yet, but their actions are slowly aligning with these feelings. You can watch for some signs which will give you pure understanding of the situation. Things like subtle closeness when you're together, more intense eye contact, a protective tone coming from them, testing to see how much you care about them, probing conversations about long term plans, and a shift from purely physical desire to emotional investment. Okay. So let me speak directly to you right now. My love, this tension is something that you have likely felt already. This magnetic pull, this unspoken heat between you and someone else. If this is ringing true for you, then this is your confirmation that it's mutual energy. But remember, you control the pace here. You decide when access is granted. You decide when doors open. Okay. And that power, that restraint, that's exactly what keeps them thinking about you nonstop. So I'm going to go deeper into this reading now. Okay. I'm going to pull some more cards from my oracle deck. We're going to know the sweet love energy from this person regarding you. We're going to explore the situation more clearly here. Okay, what we have is winding road, romance, baby steps, celebration, and we have a double masculine energy here. This tells me that this person is someone who is very manly, someone who wants to celebrate life with you. This connection has not been linear at all. It hasn't been clean or simple. It hasn't been one of those situations where you met, you fell for each other easily, and everything just flowed. No, it's been full of detours, pauses, silence, misunderstandings, emotional pullbacks, testing each other, observing from a distance, wanting each other but not acting on it. That's why the sexual tension became so intense in the energy I was reading earlier because restriction builds pressure over time. The winding road represents emotional resistance meeting undeniable chemistry. They may have tried to distract themselves from you. Maybe they tried to keep things casual in their mind. They may have tried to suppress their attraction to you, but every time they thought they were moving away from you emotionally, they curved right back towards you. And here's a deeper layer to understand: this winding road doesn't mean the time was wasted. It was actually building tension, building awareness, building clarity between you both. Sometimes desire needs distance to mature into devotion. Okay, this is where the real shift happens, my love. They are no longer just fantasizing about you physically, they are beginning to romanticize you, and romanticizing is incredibly powerful. It means they imagine going on dates with you, they imagine holding your hand in public, they imagine introducing you to people in their life. They imagine claiming you publicly and proudly. Before, it was just heat and physical attraction. Now it's heat plus heart combined. And when someone blends those two things together, that's when obsession deepens into real emotional attachment. Okay, it means they're realizing that what they feel for you isn't just hunger or desire. It's affection, it's longing for closeness with you. It's wanting you in daylight, not just in private fantasy. So, love, I want to tell you something very important here because the tension in this reading is absolutely real, but they are not going to rush recklessly towards you. They're going to test the waters carefully first. You'll notice small moves from them, subtle advances, light flirting that carries heavy undertones, increased communication, and consistency. You might notice more effort from them, more curiosity about your day, more emotional probing to understand you better. They don't want to lose you by coming on too strong or scaring you away. They want to approach this intelligently and carefully. But make no mistake, the desire underneath those baby steps is incredibly intense. They're just containing themselves for now. And what beautiful energy I've got here is this celebration card. It shows happiness and joy around you. When they imagine being with you, they don't just imagine chaos or drama. They imagine joy and laughter, shared moments together, private jokes between you two, physical chemistry turning into emotional comfort over time. They see you as someone they could actually be proud to have in their life. That's why this desire isn't shallow at all. They don't want a secret fling that nobody knows about. They want to celebrate you openly. There's also something here about public acknowledgement. Okay. Things like posting about you, showing up together places, being seen together by others. They don't want to hide you forever, and that's huge. The stability energy confirms that the obsession we felt earlier is now stabilizing into long term thinking. They're imagining security with you, possibly living arrangements, daily routines together, consistency, building something that actually lasts beyond just passion. Even their sexual fantasies are now layered with possession in a stable way, not reckless or temporary. They don't just want to experience you for a moment, they want to keep you in their life. That's the real difference here. This stability energy says this person is no longer seeing you as just a moment or phase, they're seeing you as an entire chapter of their life. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. This exploring energy means emotional discovery. They are still figuring out how deep this connection actually goes. They may be exploring their own feelings about you, exploring how much you truly affect them, exploring what this connection means spiritually, and yes, exploring physical curiosity about you too. But this is not chaotic curiosity, it's fascinated curiosity. You intrigue them on every level. Your personality, your restraint, your independence, your sensuality without desperation. They want to explore all of it mentally, emotionally, and physically. Okay, so yes, they think about you sexually quite a lot, but now we clearly see why. Because the widening road created emotional tension over time, which then found romance and activated deeper feelings. Baby steps shows controlled and careful pursuit. Celebration shows they're imagining joy with you. Stability shows long term projection into the future. Exploring shows complete fascination with who you are. So, this is not just physical desire or lust. This is someone slowly realizing they don't just want your body, okay? They want real presence in your life. And as this realization deepens, it can feel overwhelming for them because when someone moves from fantasy thinking to future thinking, they can't just casually go back. So watch for increased effort from them. Small but meaningful gestures, protective energy around you, emotional honesty slowly creeping into conversations. This is evolving and developing. The tension hasn't gone away at all. Okay. It's just transforming into something deeper, and that transformation is when things get real, right? So let's pull a few more oracle cards here. These are channeled oracle cards created by me, and let's see what energies come through now. Wow. Okay, they crave your touch. Oh my goodness, this is intense. Okay, wow. This reading just got even deeper because these cards are no longer about playful tension, love. This is emotional destabilization mixed with raw physical hunger. See, this was never casual attraction. This is skin memory energy. They think about the texture of your skin, the warmth coming off your body, the way you would respond if they pulled you closer to them. It's tactile, sensory, almost intrusive in their mind. When they're alone, their body remembers something that hasn't even fully happened yet between you two. That's incredibly powerful because craving touch is intimacy coded deep in the soul. You are their sweetest addiction and their darkest obsession at the same time. That's the duality here. Sweetest addiction means they feel comfort and peace with you. Darkest obsession means they feel an intensity they simply cannot regulate or control. You soothe them and stimulate them. You calm them down and ignite them. And that contrast is exactly what keeps them hooked on you. They may even feel slightly out of character around you, like you awaken a version of them that's more passionate, more bold, more impulsive than usual. And that's both thrilling and terrifying for them. So this person cannot make rational decisions when it comes to you. Why, you ask? Because this energy speaks of mental override. When the chemistry between you rises, whether through conversation, eye contact, or just tension in the air, their logic completely weakens. They might say things they didn't plan to say. Yes, they might reveal something they never intended to share, react faster than normal, lean closer without thinking, text you at odd hours. You affect their reasoning ability and they absolutely know it, which is why they try so hard to maintain composure around you. But it slips constantly. Every moment with you feels like fire to them. This is not a slow burn anymore. Love. This is ignition. You energize them. Being near you feels charged and electric. Even silence with you feels heavy and meaningful. And this fire energy isn't just sexual, it's life force activation. Okay, you make them feel truly alive. Maybe this person has strong fire element energy in their chart. That's incredibly addictive for them. And see, they imagine you in very private settings. They imagine you wearing something delicate like lace or lingerie. Okay, maybe even gifted by them. They want to see you like that. It makes their heart race and their thoughts go wild. They want to see you in every possible way because deep inside their heart, you already belong to them. They want to adorn you with anything they've ever imagined giving you. So they imagine vulnerability with you. They imagine the reveal, the moments before touch actually happens, the anticipation building. It makes their thoughts go absolutely wild. Yes, it makes their mind go into a frenzy. But again, this isn't just about the physical garment we're talking about here. It's about the intimacy of access to you. They want to be the one you soften for, the one you trust completely. That's the real fantasy they're holding. See, your love feels illogical to them, but so incredibly real at the same time. This is where it turns deeply emotional. They may not fully understand why they feel this strongly about you. It doesn't always make sense on paper. It might not be convenient timing. It might not fit perfectly into their life plan right now, but it feels completely undeniable to them. And when something feels that undeniable, people eventually surrender to it. So they feel afraid that you will run away from them as soon as you discover the depth of their obsession for you. This is fear of vulnerability showing up. They know they are intense. They know their desire borders on possessiveness, and they genuinely worry it might overwhelm you or push you away. So sometimes they pull back emotionally. Sometimes they act cooler than they actually feel inside. Sometimes they hide the intensity because they don't want to scare you out of their life. Their sexual desire and emotional knowing is overriding all logical thinking. I already told you this before, but it's showing up again strongly. The final layer here is clarity. This isn't confusion anymore for them. They know they want you. They know they crave you like crazy. They know the desire is incredibly strong. They know the attachment is forming deeply, and they are now standing fully in that awareness and acceptance. So when I connect everything from both spreads, the previous card showed planning and future thinking, right? And this current spread shows emotional loss of control. When you combine both energies together, that's someone who is preparing to move forward with you, not just physically, but emotionally and seriously. So, what you can expect from them now is more intense eye contact, more emotional depth in conversations, more physical proximity when you're together, more intensity in their tone of voice. They are absolutely not cooling down at all. They're actually stepping closer to you. Now, for the closing message, if this resonated deeply with you, lovely. If this truly connected with your situation, drop a comment below letting me know which message felt the most accurate to your experience. Like this video so this energy can reach the right people who need to hear it. Share it with someone in your circle who you know is feeling this exact tension in their connection. And subscribe to Mystical Tarot Talks if you want readings that go beneath the surface and into the real emotional layers of love. Okay, because this connection you're in isn't fading away. It's just beginning. It's just building momentum, and you're about to see that play out in real time very soon. I will see you in the next reading. Until then, take care of yourself and God bless you. Bye bye.